more you're opening this up, the more you're opening up this quantum field to get comfortable in a nonlinear way for things that might just pop up. Something might pop up that you, at a certain point that, you had no reference for. And the more you're comfortable holding open this space, those things will pop up, you'll welcome them, and they'll dissolve. Especially the first day or two here. Can't say this enough. The first day, okay, everybody, we're going to get up. Everybody get up. We're gonna move things around a bit to shift how to mix it up. You see some of those new exercise things, where they say they're mixing the muscles up. They do this and then they do this, and so the muscles get confused, and then they finally do something. Well, that's what we're going to do a little bit. We're going to do this, then we're going to do this. I don't even know what we're going to do, which is for me a blessing. And I want everyone, in the course of the next few days, get comfortable not knowing what you're about to do. When I come in here, I have no clue what we're doing today. I don't have some schedule of how these seminars go. I come in and I open up the quantum field and I say, what's supposed to happen here? What's real here for all of us? And in every moment in this new season, for me, I go into a new moment, a new situation, and I'm looking for what's real. In other words, to me, what's real doesn't come from the past. It doesn't come from knowing what we're supposed to do. It comes from being neutral so our beings can flow through, can flower, can ripen through this space. So what I want to do now is quantucise, a little bit of quantucise. Quantucise is a movement process. I feel too far away from you all over here. So quantucise is a movement process designed around the quantum field. It's like exercise is for the body, quantum field work is for the quantum field. It's how do we activate and strengthen this field of energy, and subsequently the human body. In my life, in my journey, this quantum field to me defines how my health is. And any health challenge I come up against, any situation, any emotion, any pain, any injury, I have one thing that I do, whether I do it with the laser, whether I do it with perception, maybe I even use something else. I'm trying to dissolve that situation into neutrality, because in neutrality there is a ton of energy. You can blow up a ton of stuff from the energy in a pinprick of space. Consider how much energy there is in the quantum field. This is a huge, huge amount of energy right here. And the only thing between this energy and most people are all the things that are going on. Babies come in, they don't have anything between them and the energy. They're a font of neutral energy, which is why everybody melts around them and loves around them and is in a state of bliss and joy around that little being. Because there's no, yogis call them impressions, there's no impressions that have accrued. See, a lot of people come here and they start getting impressions from the people around them. Suddenly there's this, and oh, you need to do this, or no, you're wrong, you've done this, or oh, you need to do this, oh, who are you going to become, oh, what this, or oh, something happened and you feel bad, you're not going to do that again, or someone transitioned and that was painful, so now we don't want to have that situation happen. Before you know it, the brain has accumulated millions of impressions that are now defining the point. Hold the space to allow all those little impressions to start to come up and cook and dissolve. So we can get this energy. All right, so first thing, the quantucise. We're going to do a little bit of quantucise in every session. And then in a day or two, we're going to do a big session and kind of weave it all together. This is an easy process. This is an easy process. Anybody can do this. Can you, Isabel, see if there's any way to get a little more light up on this side for this? And or in the room, if not in the front. So there are 4 key parts to quantucise. There are 4 key parts to Quantucise. The first one we call, that's good for the moment. Is there one other option in between, Isabel? Try one more. Okay, no problem. Leave this one for now. So the first part of Quantucise is called, we call rooting. Rooting. This is, to me, the first one. And rooting is really easy. So I want everyone to feel the bottoms of their feet. Step aside, make sure you have a little bit of space from your neighbor. Legs shoulder width apart. And tune into your feet. I want you to feel your feet totally on the floor. A lot of people use part of their feet to get around. Go ahead and feel your entire foot. Kind of like suction cup. Go ahead and feel the outsides of the feet. Then the insides. Now I want you to, and everyone take a nice big breath in. Everyone take a breath in. And drop into the space between the breath. Whenever I do this, I always start off, I drop into still point. I hold the quantum field. And then I root. Now go ahead and lean forward a little bit so you feel the tips of your toes. And now go back to your heels, all the way back to the heels. Feel that, really feel that. Doesn't that feel good? You could do a whole session and just look around. Like right there, I found a place in the back of the heels. That feels great. See, when I do this, I go really slow. And I look for areas that feel really good. And I might sit here for a moment and just welcome and dissolve into this. Now I'm going to go forward again. I don't want to. That felt so good there. Under the front of the toes. And fan out. Feel your whole toe, the outside, inside. Go outside. See what real estate on your feet you don't usually use. Now I'm going to go back again all the way to the back of the heels. And now this go around as I'm going forward, I'm going really slow. And right there as I go over the arches, I kind of feel like whoosh, it kind of suctions down. Anybody feel that a little bit? You got to go real slow to that right there. My whole foot is now whoosh, suctioned. That to me is rooted. People get a feel of that? Doesn't that feel good? I learned this from a little Taoist. They spend years trying to root their energy, their chi. So I'm sharing some little secrets of you can do this anyone can do this in 15 minutes. You don't need 40 years. All right, so that's the first start point. You'll see a theme here. In every place in the body we're going to go. We're going to go to 3 or 4 places right now. And I'm going to show you how to root these key plexus areas. There's a theme in each one. In each one you're going to see me do. In fact, almost in everything we are going to do here this weekend, you will see that what I'm doing is I'm looking for the positive, the negative, so we get the full range, and then dissolving it into scalar, into the neutral. So what did we do? We went back, we went forward. Positive, negative, we found the neutral. We do the breath. Everyone take a big breath in. As the breath comes out, relax, let go. And then drop into the space right there in between the breath, the neutral. Scaling. All right, next place, pelvic area. This is a hugely important area. Most people don't realize it's supposed to move. So, how does it move? Well, don't move the legs and the upper torso. We're just moving, this is like a hinge. So move the hinge of the pelvic area all the way forward. And kind of push. Not hard. This isn't supposed to be hard. You'll feel right there. I feel like, wow, that feels really good. It feels a little pull right here. In here. This feels great. Y'all may lose me right here. Now I'm going to go back. Now rotate back. This pelvis is key. Good health is impossible without good range of motion in the pelvic area. So now I'm pushing back, and I'm pushing right up against the sacral area. The sacral area is shaped like a torus or a scalar wave, right in the back of the lower part of the spine. And I'm pushing right up against it. And right there, I feel an area that's like, wow, that feels really nice. So I'm just going to, when I do this kind of deeper work, and I find an area that feels a little bit tender, to me, that's like finding gold. I found that, and I say, oh, I slow down when I find that. I don't try to stretch it. I'm just slowing down. It's like I'm slowing down, and I'm saying, aloha. And it kind of feels on the edge of, well, it's a little tender, and it feels a little nice. You feel that a little bit? And I just wait there, and then I just rest and just drop it right there. That just dissolved. That whole sacral area just whoosh. Now I'm going to go forward again. Now I'm going to go all the way forward again. And accentuate it a little bit, kind of. I'm just going to hold that. It feels a little bit of a burn, a little bit of a... I'm just going to go red. I'm not going to push it. I don't want it uncomfortable. I don't want to make... I'm feeling it dissolve. It's releasing. It's dissolving. Now I'm going to go back once more. All the way back. All the while, by the way, I just checked in with my feet. I'm still in that suction position. I'm still in that rooted. And if you're not, if your feet are no longer there, then here's what you do. Lean forward a little bit on your toes. Then go all the way back onto your heels. And then go slow. And as you're going back, right there, I just drop back in. So occasionally when I do this, I'll notice, oh, gee, I'm not rooted anymore. And I'll just go. You see, whenever you have full range of polarity, see, most people avoid full range of polarity. And so they get comfortable with one side of polarity. And they get stuck there. And the universe has to keep reflecting the other half to them. The more, in any situation, you welcome both sides of it, positive, negative, it collapses. You can't hold on to anything when you dissolve, collapse it, like a scalar wave. So now I'm rooted again down there, and now I'm going to go, I'm going all the way back here now. Now I'm coming forward, and as I'm coming forward, I'm not going all the way forward. Right in the middle, this area just dropped down. This pelvic area now. Anybody feel that a little bit? Okay, now, feet, rooted, pelvic area. Nice and rooted. So often I'll go out to the ocean whenever I'm near the ocean. And first thing I do, I go out to the ocean and I drop in and I root down right like this, about 10 feet from the ocean. And the ocean will go like this. You'll feel, when you're in neutrality, what I'll feel when I do that by the ocean is I'll feel that polarity of the ocean. It'll go like this. You'll feel it kind of go whoosh. See if you can feel. See if you can tune in when you're in this state right here. If you feel a slight kind of whoosh. You feel that a little bit? Very subtle. That is the rhythm that moves everything in life. It moves the oceans. It moves the cerebral spinal fluid. That rhythm is polarity. All right, now the next area we're going to go to, I'm going to skip up to the shoulders because a lot of people hold up here and it's very hard to open the heart when the shoulders are being rigidly held in place. So let's open the shoulders. The shoulders. In fact, let's open this whole region right here. This whole region is designed to go like this. It goes in like this, and it goes out like this. It goes in like this, and then this whole thoracic cavity opens. So we're going to explore that range. Keep your other areas rooted. Occasionally, as I'm doing a different area, another area will go kind of like that, and then that, and then it drops back in. Kind of resets. So with this, try going all the way this way and accentuate it a little bit. Feel it pull in the back of your shoulder blades. Feel this whole area kind of right there. And then just find that area. Don't push too hard. We're not working out the muscles. We're dissolving the muscles. We're dissolving. And then just find that comfortable place and dissolve. Now I'm going to go out back the other way. And feel it pull. Feel it pull in here. And hold that place right there. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to find that place in the middle, which for me is right there as I'm coming back. Do a quick check-in. As I'm doing this, suddenly saliva is flowing, which when that happens, I'm usually touching or start touching tongue at the roof of the mouth. When saliva flows, that means energy is flowing up and it's starting to release things from the glands. Which, as soon as that happens, the whole body, everything else going on here kind of In fact, everybody go ahead and sit down. How'd that feel for people? Delicious. Good. That's good. When I do Quantucise, I do it a lot, and I'll do it, and at a certain point, I feel like sitting down. So good. That was a mini process. The first piece to Quantucise called rooting. Now, the key to this process is you can do that same thing on any area of your body. So what we just did, I just showed you two big picture areas. First one I showed you is how to do with the feet. Then we did the pelvic area. Then we did the shoulder. Those are just three big ones that I often